Hey, I'm Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. You can find me on Instagram at Miss Bonita. That's MissBonitaTaaaa. So Miss Bonita spelled just like Miss and Bonita with 3 I's, 4 A's, and I'll link the TikTok in the description. So welcome back to my channel. I want to say happy April to everyone. I appreciate the people that watch. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the subscribers. I keep saying I want us to just build a family and a community, a safe space for us to heal, grow, and share our likes, our dislikes, our struggles, our challenges. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about this being the second quarter of the year. And the more I resonate that, it's so interesting because I feel like I literally just made a birthday, not even a month ago yet, March 8th. Yes, I'm a Pisces. I feel like I say that all the time. But I just turned 28. And it's so interesting that in quarter two, right, like after I've turned 28, everything is coming together. You know how when you turn 25, your frontal lobe connects and all those things that like you had question marks about or you had a certain way of thinking about, it kind of changes. I feel that exact way now. It's so many things that I think I was okay with before, or I didn't care about before, or I didn't think that deep about before. And even just a lot of things that I guess could ignore. I can't anymore. And I've seen that my downloads from God are so much more clear. Like there was times that I might have not got what God was putting down, but I can't say that anymore. So I don't know if anyone else can relate to that. I don't know if anyone else felt like when they turned 25, their frontal lobe connected. And then like when they turned 28 or anything later, that there was like an even bigger connection. But that's how I'm feeling at this point. And it's interesting. Like I'm grateful. I'm very grateful to just even be in connection with God. I'm grateful that I have a relationship with God that we can tap right in. You know, like the voice of God always, I guess there's a consistency with how God shows up, but it always sounds a little different. And the reason I say that is because sometimes God sends you a message through something you see on TV or like through a person, or it could be in your spirit. Like I always tell people, God lays it on your heart. And so that's exactly how I feel. And it's just interesting to see how my perspective has changed on so many things so quickly. Like I thought I knew what I knew and I still don't know. You know, like Erica Badu say, a man who knows something knows they know nothing at all. So I don't know shit. I don't know shit, but I'm going with what God tells me. So like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you relate to that. Tell me if that makes sense at all. Tell me if you're approaching your 28th birthday, because honestly, there's gonna be some changes. I promise you. You thought 27 was different, 28 is different. I knew 24 was different from 25 soon as 25 hit me, honey. But anyways, back to quarter two. So I feel like I started the year pretty strong, right? I felt like I was really steadfast on my goals. I knew what I wanted. I was working out consistently. I had set my plans and stuff. And I kind of feel like, not that I got off my path, but sometimes you get distracted. And it kind of upset me with myself that I got distracted, but I also have to understand that I am human. Things happen. Healing is not linear. It's more like this. So I'm accepting that, and I'm holding myself accountable now that I identified that there were things that I was doing more consistently that I haven't been, because I really am trying to be the best version of myself. Like I really am over making excuses about why I do certain things that I don't care for, why I put myself in situations that don't benefit me, why I still engage with people that I feel like don't really support or genuinely care about me. Because I show up as a genuine person in every space that I come into. I don't do shade. I'm not a shady person. And if I show up, I'm not half-assed. So I'm really just focusing on regrouping in quarter two. And resetting my goals, because you start the year off and you have this long list of things, but I think sometimes we have a hard time planning how we're going to go about it. So I really want to take the next 90 days and set some tangible goals, and also set mini goals to reach those tangible goals, because I feel like a lot of times I just be going with the flow. Pisces won't like too much structure. Like, I need structure, but I don't need too much structure. I get things done, but I get it done in such an odd way because I always tell people I'm organized chaos. I don't know how else to describe me but that. So I really want to work on regrouping, rechanneling, and figuring out how to get back on my path. Not that I strayed too much, but like I said, I got distracted. I started having me some fun. I took 2 months off working, and I had me a ball, honey, a ball, which I deserved. I worked really hard. If you're new to the channel, I am a registered nurse, and I do bedside nursing, so that can take a toll on anyone. And I needed a mental health break. I needed the peace. We don't just work the work. We don't just work to pay bills. We need to enjoy our money. And I told myself I was going to do that, and that's exactly what I did. But in the midst of that, I got a little distracted, So I really want to get back on my regimen and get back in the field and prove to myself that I can do the things that I told myself that I was going to do. So if you guys are struggling, it's okay. You're not alone. We're going to get back in motion, honey. So we're going to start journaling from where we are and accepting, like, if we strayed, notice the things that caused us to stray. Was it people? Was it places? Was it circumstances, right? Identifying the problem is the first step. And then once you identify the problem, the next thing is finding a solution. Everybody's solution looks different depending on what the problem is. But I think that if we really could be honest with ourselves about what caused us to stray, we can really get better back on path. Like I said, I know for me, I was just having fun. Now, we always want to have fun, and I am adamant that we practice happiness, but we also have to have some level of seriousness to accomplish goals and stay disciplined, because more life equals more discipline. Write it down. More life equals more discipline. So we have to hold ourselves accountable to get to the goals, and we also have to break down the big goals into mini goals so that we're actually doing things to accomplish the bigger thing, right? It's possible, it's feasible, it's doable. You just have to make it digestible, okay? A lot of times we look at the big goal as this big old thing, and we don't think about the many things that go into accomplishing this thing. That's what I want us to do. That's what we have to work on, and that's what I am talking about for Q2. So spring is it here? I'm so bad with seasons. I'm like, it's cold, breezy, it's winter. Sun comes out, it's summer, and that's literally not it, because we have 4 seasons. But I know summer is around the corner. So for example, for me, I have my summer body goals. There's not a set weight on the scale. I don't really talk about working out here and there, but I don't talk about fitness in too much detail, I don't feel like. So I'm not one of those people that focus on the scale, because I am a solid person. So what that means, no matter how much weight I lose or how much smaller I get, a lot of times the scale doesn't change much. So I don't focus on the scale. I look at clothes. I pay more attention to inches and stuff like that. So with that being said, I just have my personal goals as far as like clothes I want to fit into, and like bathing suits I want to wear for vacation. So I have to be consistent with my workouts. Like I said at the beginning of the year, the goal for each week is 4 workouts. Today is Tuesday for me, and I am on workout number 2 of the week. I worked out this morning. Tomorrow will be Wednesday. I will work out Wednesday morning and Thursday morning, and I'll probably work out Friday morning also. But 4 is my minimum, right? And my maximum, I don't really have one. Like if I have a week where I want to work out 7 days out the week, we just gonna do that and get in the field. And then like when I'm really not feeling it, then I allow myself the space to come on. If you could do 2 days, just do 2. Or if you show up every day, maybe you don't have to go as hard as the other days. We do have to practice listening to our bodies. I also have some saving goals. And that's just because like, I feel like a lot of us have been taught to go to school and get the job and make the money, but nobody taught us what to do with the money. So I'm in that space now where I am redirecting my finances. I am trying to um, change my relationship with money. And the reason I say that is because a lot of people, when they talk to you about financial stability, financial freedom, they talk to you about the relationship that you have with money. How do you view money? How do you communicate with money? I tell people all the time, we live in a barter system. So money is just a tool that we use to barter. That's it, that's all. But money is also a frequency. So even when I didn't have it, like I have it now, I still had it because of the energy. I don't know how else to put that, but that's what it is. But I say that to say, now that I'm an actual professional that, does well for myself, I have to be accountable and responsible for my finances and how to grow my money and how to allocate it in an appropriate way. So I'm just holding myself accountable with figuring that out. I said I would get a financial advisor this year, and so we're working on that. Another goal that I have, I said I wanted to start therapy this year, so I'll get back into that. These are a lot of big things. I don't know if we will accomplish all of this in quarter 2. Granted, we're only on thing 3, but like fitness, that's one thing. What was the second thing I said? I said fitness. Finances, that's another thing. Okay? We're working on saving. We'll do that. We'll put money aside with each check, whatever. Put it here, put it in cash, put it in the bank, the little accounts, whatever. And then therapy. Therapy is a big one. Not because it's not doable, right? Just more so because finding a therapist, going about it, I've always heard that it's a journey. So I'm just going to pray over that and give it to God, because it is something that I really want to do. As a nurse, I believe in holistic care, and it's not just about the physical medical deficiencies or health of your body. It's also about your mental health. Your mind makes up for your human experience, period. So I feel like we all need and could benefit from therapy. So that's a thing on my list, this year. I don't know if I'll get in therapy by the end of quarter 2. Let's hope that I do. If I do, I'll be super proud of myself. But it's a big goal for me. I had 4 on the tip of my tongue. Oh, I want to get another car this year. I've been having this car that I drive now since like 2019. And the whole purpose of this car was just to get me through nursing school, right? So like the car I had before that actually got flooded. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. It rains like crazy when it does rain, and our pumps never work. I don't know what the fuck be going on, but the pumps never work. I don't know what the fuck sewage and water board do, but the pumps never work. So I said it to say, when I was working in the operating room in 2019, I was in nursing school. They had a pretty bad flood where a lot of people's cars got flooded in, including mine. Like, it was flooded to like damn near the top of my car. So it was a wrap for my car. So the car that I drive now, I got that year after losing that car. And the whole purpose of this car was just to get me through nursing school. And I feel like now is the time for me to treat myself to like a big girl gift, because I work really hard. So I'm trying to figure out what kind of car I want to drive and all that good stuff. But yeah, that is a goal for me. Another goal I have, girl, itches, scratches, go. So I want to continue uploading every Monday. And even though I have been doing that since I said that I would do it and set that standard, I want to keep doing it. Like, I want to upload every Monday for the rest of this year. I'm holding myself to that standard because I know it's possible. It's just like when I was in school and assignments were due and I turned them in on time. I did that and we're here, RNBSN. I did it and we're here. So I can do that for myself. And I also just want to invest more time into me. Another thing, I want to learn how to use a sewing machine this year. And I also want to take a drawing or a painting class. I naturally know how to draw. I've been drawing most of my life, but like nursing school really was something that strayed me away from drawing. And it really made me sad when I was like met with that reality that I was just so focused on this goal that I gave up on something that was just like personal and that I was passionate about. So I just want to start back drawing, but I also want to take a drawing or painting class just to get that guidance back into my emotion. Because just like anything else, if you want to be the best at something, you always benefit from being mentored. You know, like every nurse on the floor has their own way of going about stuff, but we didn't learn to be a nurse without our instructors, right? So that's just how I view that. And I'm just throwing out my ideas of goals just to kind of help you guys figure out what your goals are. Maybe it relates to the things that I am making as goals. Maybe it'll help you figure out what you want to work on. You know, maybe it'll just give you some inspiration. I'm always here to inspire and keep us, you know, focused. Oh, I want to golf this year too. Okay, some of these goals are past quarter 2 because I might not be golfing in quarter 2. Maybe I will. If I come on here with a golf outfit, period. But you know, I have so many goals that I just want to accomplish, and I feel like me getting back on path intentionally in quarter 2 will help me better accomplish these goals. So that's what I'm working on. And I want to remind you guys that it's not too late. Everything starts afresh when you say it starts afresh. Even though the year started January 1st, your new year can start now, and that's okay. You don't have to make excuses. You hold yourself accountable from here forward, and you just go with your move, because God, you know, gives us the vision for a reason. It means that we can execute. It doesn't mean that we'll execute in a linear way. It doesn't mean the minute we have that idea that we will get to the goal. But it does mean as long as we have the inspiration, the vision, the work ethic, that we can get to it. And I just want you guys to be reminded of that. I want to gently encourage everyone to go journal. Go journal, see what your year has looked like so far. What did those first 3 months of the year look like for you? Did you accomplish goals? Did you hang out with friends? Did you meet new friends? Did you build new relationships? Did you get a new job? Are you staying on a job? Do you enjoy your job? Do you know what your goals are? Are you at peace with where you are? Does your life look like what you want it to look like? And that's a tricky question. Pause the video, right? And once you answer that question, I think it'll help you navigate from there where you want to go and what you're trying to do, because we all have goals that we're trying to accomplish. We all have lives that we want to build, and build it in a way that we enjoy it and orchestrate our own happiness. So I just want to help everyone get back on path, recenter, and commit to ourselves. We have to recommit to ourselves. I want everybody to understand that the foundations that we build in life, we will build, dismantle, break it down, and rebuild again over and over and over again. And I know sometimes that can be discouraging. Sometimes we get overstimulated with the process, but we also have to understand that nobody taught us how to do this human experience. Even though we learn from our parents and peers and grandparents and teachers and leaders or mentors, nobody understands your human experience like you. So no matter what, you have to extend grace to yourself and understand that, honestly, technically, this is your first time doing this. So you don't really know what you're doing all the time. And that's okay. I think the biggest step is acknowledging that you're a novice to this and committing to yourself. That commitment to yourself will really help you hold yourself accountable going forward with your actions, goals, desires, and put God first. Put God first. God needs to be all up and through your plans. God needs to be all up and through your relationship. God needs to be all up and through your career. God needs to be all up and through your home, everything that you have, everything that you touch, everything that you think about. And everything will prosper. It may not happen on a timeline that you think, but it will happen on a timeline that God has, and that's divine timing. So if I left anything out, or you have any ideas or something else you want me to talk about, just opinions about what I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Because like I said, I want us to build a community, a safe space, so we can hold each other accountable to self-improve and advance and be the best versions of ourselves. That's all I want. That's all God has laid on my heart to do, and put myself out there in the way that I've been putting myself out there. So I hope this reaches somebody that needed to hear it, and catch me next time.